Alright guys, so I just got watching Wish. This is a new film from the Disney animation, and then this is with the girl that makes a wish on a star, and the star answers to her, and even with the film's simple tagline of "Be careful what you wish for," and this will be my official review for the film. Obviously, no spoilers. And now, just generally going in this film, and with the way with recent Disney films that have been lately, especially with Disney that themselves have been in sort of a slump, and especially with the last animated film that came out last year, and no one even knew it existed until it came out. And this is the film that's celebrating Disney 100. This is celebrating 100 years of Disney, and especially in their animation department, and that it's celebrating beautiful films and that came out, especially in the old era. And even with this film that was coming out, and even it had somewhat a little hype to it, and even like people were expecting it to be good, hopefully this would be a win for Disney. And even with this one, I thought it was pretty good, and even I love the animation, and I love the tone and the aesthetic, especially with the soundtrack in general. And now, like I said, with the main premise of this film is with Asha that makes wish on a star, and the star answers to her, and with the villain named Maestro, played by Chris Pine, and that keeps all of everyone's wishes captive and simply being not granted. And with Asha, that has to stop Maestro before it's too late. And now, I gotta say, like with the animation style and with the approach that Disney was trying to go for here, I thought it was amazing. I thought this was a beautifully made movie, and with the aesthetic and the tone of it sort of felt amazing. It just felt like a feel-good story, and even with the main characters that are a part of the film, I kind of found it to be like a very interesting, especially as there is some sort of goofiness that goes on around here. But even with the main story and with the plot itself, I kind of found to be like a really good, and even with the talking creatures, and that's the way that it was performed, and how it was executed. It's sort of like a pretty good, and I liked how, and there's also references and Easter eggs, especially to other Disney animated projects, and just like a tribute to them, and with the way that Disney wanted to celebrate its 100th anniversary with this film. Even with the characters and this awesome cast, especially with Ariana DeBose, who I thought was a great character, and Asha, and even and that like coming out the heels of West Side Story, I thought she sung so beautifully in the song, and even with the soundtrack, that was a beautifully emotional and heartfelt, and really brought a lot of it to the screen, and even with people behind the scenes that definitely worked extremely hard on some of me, bravo to them. And, it really brought a feel good story that was really celebrating 100 years of worth of work from the animation department, and there was some beautifully crafted songs that made everyone feel good, and just something everyone that they care about. And even with the wishing, especially with the star, and just the story of everyone's wish of being granted, and even if your wish wasn't granted, and be careful what you wish for. But I simply just like the movie in general, and the fact that with the songs and for what they meant, I really enjoyed all of it. Even with some things that I think people wouldn't like about this film, but even from start to finish, I really liked the movie. I enjoyed it 100%. But even throughout parts of the film, there was some things that it would kind of make the audience and people not very interested, especially with the talking goat that is in this movie, and people wouldn't like the humor that much, so when it comes from the goat. But even with the wishing star, that kind of aesthetic that I like too. But even with the villain named Maestro, played by Chris Pine, I thought he played a great villain, but sometimes but I really enjoyed everything. But I think this could be a definite win for Disney and for its animation department. But what else have to wait and see for how it performs. Like this is like a fresh and an awesome take on animation. It's totally new and just original. And even with the recent flops, I think that this could be a definite win for them. And even with the characters and for the rest of them, including for I think those Aisha's friends. Like I mean, I like their humor, I like their interactions, but it's sort of like not getting to know them well. As sort of my main issue is that like getting to know these characters. This movie was sort of focusing on Aisha, and even with this film, like I just kind of enjoyed it, but even though it has a few different flaws. Even with the soundtrack in this film, it's definitely, like, as I said, it's very heartfelt and just meaningful. It definitely fits in the film for like a good chunk of this film. It'll definitely make you want to like sing along. Like I enjoyed all those Disney animated films back in the day, but specifically with this film, like they have some like good catchy songs, and even with the people that'll definitely take their kids to this movie, they'll definitely want like sing along and definitely feel a part of it. Like this is like a fresh take on the film. Like it has an awesome soundtrack and there's just like some great things that I definitely enjoyed it. And I thought parts of the movie, especially with how the film opens, it definitely delivers on its promise. It delivers based on its premise and its storyline. It definitely delivers a feel good story. I mean, it's a simple premise about a girl like making a wish on a star, and then even with the villain like keeps all of the wishes like away from people and not being granted. And I just definitely enjoyed its storyline, but there are a few flaws back and forth. But like, this film is very good and beautifully made either way. But even with the final act of that film, which I think it is very good, especially with Aisha's friends, that definitely play a big role in that. But even with the songs, especially as they're towards like the end of the film, which I definitely enjoyed. But even especially when the credits roll, they do pay like a tribute, and it's beautifully well done to Disney animated characters. But I enjoyed every single piece, every single thing about it, and with the characters and its villain and its main storyline and the songs, which I kind of liked. And so my final thoughts that I enjoyed Wish. I thought it was a great film from Disney Animation, and I think this is a definite win for Disney. It comes out November 22nd, and this is the film that people should definitely take their kids to. And I think that this is a definitely feel-good film, and this is like the perfect Thanksgiving film, and that it should definitely feel like be a feel-good movie, and especially if you're looking for something that's like heartfelt and just a beautifully made. I mean, this one is for you, and I hope everyone enjoys it when it comes out in theaters this Thanksgiving. So I enjoy it. I highly recommend it. I think this is a definitely win for Disney, and I hope everyone else does enjoy it as well. And so that is going to be it for this video, and let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, and how excited are you for Wish, and if you've seen Wish, if you've seen the movie, and give me a rating of 1 out of 10, and just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on that notification bell for future videos, and also follow my social, which are linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.